It's a tough gig. We all know it's rough work, but somebody's got to do it, and I'm looking forward to sampling our recipe this morning.
That's right, Executive Chef Patrick Heyman from TJ's Restaurant at the Jefferson is here with this signature Jefferson SpoonBread recipe. Probably the most popular recipe down there at the Jefferson. Welcome to Virginia this morning, Patrick. Great to see you. Why is it so popular, Patrick?
Well, it's a historical Virginia recipe, so this and our peanut soup, I don't know, we pretty much serve it every day in the hotel. One outlet or another is serving it in some form. So, and you know, SpoonBread in itself is a historical piece of bakery, because when the colonists came over, the English wanted kind of like Yorkshire pudding, and the Indians had corn and they had mush, and so when they started trying to introduce them together, that's when SpoonBread was born.
And it took off from there.
Thank heavens for that.
4 centuries later.
Absolutely.
When I saw that you were going to be here this morning making this for us, I mean, I did a double take on the sheet, because I thought, not only do we have the recipe that you've shared with us, we're going to post that, thank you very much, but you're going to show us how to do it.
I am, and it's a super simple recipe.
Is it really super simple?
It really is.
Let's jump in.
Right now, we have a quart of milk. It's simmering. You're going to go ahead and crack those 2 eggs.
You trust me with Jefferson SpoonBread?
I do.
Wow.
We're going to crack 2 eggs
I'm
into
more
that.
Motel 8 SpoonBread.
Well, actually, right into this container.
Oh, in this container. Okay.
See, you gave him a job, and look what happened.
Excellent.
Oh,
it's okay, I got a backup under here in case you get some shells.
A stunt double just in case.
One little shell, but nothing, you know.
A little crunch never hurt anyone.
That's all good.
SpoonBread.
It's all good. We can fish it out.
So the whole egg, right?
Just those 2.
Just 2.
That's okay. That's all right. Just put that one down. All right, and then go ahead and whisk them.
Whisk
we only have one whisk, so we're going to do the eggs and get all our mise en place together right away.
Now, Patrick, you said, you know, this is simmering. That looks like that's a full
that
roll
is a
there,
full roll,
right?
yeah. You know,
I'm getting a little nervous, but it's because we have these. It's our fault. It's these burners.
These
I'm
burners,
sure.
they're a little.
You have more control of your kitchen than
they're a little wacky. So, all right. So
no
now we have
either,
that
by
whisk.
the way. No shells.
Whoops. And what we're going to do now is stir the rest of the ingredients in. So you want to add the salt and the sugar.
Salt first.
This is sugar, quarter cup of sugar.
Okay, quarter cup of sugar.
Right into here.
Oh, right
Can
into
I stir while he adds?
Yes, please.
Team,
please.
go team.
Okay.
The whole thing?
Whole thing. Just dump it in there. Same with the salt.
That was sugar.
That was sugar.
Okay.
Teaspoon of salt.
Teaspoon of salt.
And these ingredients actually could be in with the milk, but I wanted to show you guys the ingredients. Okay. And even the butter can go in now.
Oh, is this a stick and a
that
half?
Is, one stick. One stick.
That's a pat in my household.
Quarter pound. Quarter pound.
You know, and looking at the recipe and the ingredients, as you said, it really is simple.
It's simple, and really, if you remember the ratio, I mean, when we do it, we actually do 2 different kinds, really, because the real English way to do a pudding is with a souffle, and they add the egg whites fluffed at the end and everything like that. Well, that's the way that we'll do it, like for brunch, but we do it with the whole eggs a la minute. And it doesn't hold as well, but that's really what was probably done closer to that.
Wait, what was the methodology there? A la minute?
A la minute, you know.
Does that mean
meaning that you're going to cook it and go right out. You know,
okay.
If you want a souffle to stand up for a long time, you use a slightly different method than if you're going to serve it right away.
To the minute.
That's right. Okay, now you're going to shake in the cornmeal. And when this goes in, you got to really stir well, because you don't want lumps. Okay? Some people take it off the heat at this point.
No lumps.
A lot of pressure here, Jess. Get the executive chef of TJ's here watching over our shoulder. The whole thing, Patrick?
The whole thing. Keep on going.
And how much of this is going in?
I'm sorry, that is 1 cup.
1 cup.
Okay.
Right, so 1 quart milk, 1 cup cornmeal.
Now, does it matter?
1 stick butter.
Sure, it
2
does.
eggs.
What kind of cornmeal? Like, what if this is a hearty grind, or? This
it would work like that, but yeah, this is thickening up. So this is kind of what we're doing. This is almost like porridge state. What you would,
like cream
they
of
would have
wheat
taken
right
it to there.
But that didn't take long at all.
It didn't. And so now, a lot of people, you'll pull it off the heat.
Okay.
Okay. And they hadn't discovered baking soda and baking powder. You know, at this point they had, but they hadn't been able to produce a lot. So this is our leavener. They were used to using yeast. So now you're gonna drizzle this in, and again, it's a lot of stirring.
Patrick, this is the easiest morning you've had.
Deep breath.
You know what you deserve it after that long holiday season down there at TJ's in Jefferson.
That's true.
Okay.
You know, a good manager delegates.
Jeez.
That's true.
I'm
That's why you're
gonna have
the executive after 14
Popeye
years.
this thing's
now keep
over.
keep going. You don't want to see any
no lumps,
chunks of the
no
eggs.
streaks,
So.
no scrambled eggs in there.
Excellent.
No, there are no shells either.
No shells either. No shells either. You know, and I brought a a backup
Yes.
in case you guys had lumps in it. But we're not going to need it. But you can
Jackpot.
certainly use this, and it's easier.
Power
so
tools.
You guys
Wait,
have
we
it
should just use it
perfectly.
anyway.
I've got a good one for you this morning, Patrick.
What's that?
What is that?
Will work for peanuts. Soup. Get it? That's what it is. Yeah. Oh, thank you, everyone, and good night.
For the peanut gallery over here.
So we're done now. And as the recipe will say, you'll take
Take
these,
the rest of the morning.
Can I eat now? Jeez.
take these ramekins, and they'd be either buttered or sprayed with pan spray. And then you're just going to fill them up
Yeah.
and load them into a 350-degree oven.
Could you make this in, you're doing ramekin servings, but could you do this in like a bigger?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. At brunch, we serve it in a large pan, and and it's again spooned out.
And if
spoon bread, because it doesn't set as hard as say another bread.
If you've ever been to the Jefferson brunch, and I took my mom there last year, the line for the spoon bread is very long. I can tell you that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very much so.
And for
Through the magic of television. Da-da-da.
we have a finished one, so that's about
Look at that.
20 minutes.
I think you need to dive
Yeah.
in, Jess.
Can I do it? Do it
Absolutely.
to it? Okay, which one? The one
Absolutely.
fresh from
This
the
one,
oven?
Yeah,
okay.
this one that's warm is a nice
Bill Bevins
one,
is
so,
drooling over there.
You know? What do you think?
I love spoon bread. If I'm just saying so myself. It was whipped to perfection, you know
That's
what I mean?
right.
Thank
Patrick,
you,
always a
Patrick.
pleasure. And thank you
Thanks
so
for
much for
sharing.
sharing that. That is just such a treat.
pleasure.
Hey, we're going to post this tasty recipe on our show. We'll be cooking spoon bread later tonight. Right up, checking the ingredients at WTVR.com/VTN.